no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
Thunderbird Resort, Golf, and Restaurant at the junction of Highways 9 and 89 in the middle of Bryce and Zion National Parks. Stay and relax with us on the golf course and finish the day with a slice of fresh, hot, homemade pie.
What many are calling the best country music dinner show anywhere. Nightly at Bryce Canyon's Ebenezer's Barn and Grill. Live music with some of Nashville's best musicians and singers.
I got a feeling called the blues. Out in the West Texas town of El Paso.
A show that walks you through the history of country music and the history of Bryce Canyon.
Hell of a place to lose a cat.
The show runs every night. That's right, every night from April to October. Get your tickets now at Ebenezer'sBarnandGrill.com.
Do you want to be part of the action? Utah 1A Basketball is Utah's best show.
Order your shirts today at 1aball.com. The Alton Coal Development is located in Alton, Utah. The development employs 32 people at the extraction site and another 30 are employed driving trucks. Alton Coal reclaims the land by restoring habitat for sage grouse and cattle. Alton Coal.
If the idea of owning your own home in beautiful Bear Lake sounds like more than your finances can handle, visit the experts at Bear Lake Realty to learn how you can make it happen. Gary and Amber McKee at Bear Lake Realty can show you how to buy a home and rent it out, so it pays for itself while you enjoy it some of the time as well. And soon, you'll have your own place in the Caribbean of the Rockies. No one knows the market better, and no one else serves you better than Bear Lake Realty. If the idea of owning your own home in beautiful Bear Lake sounds like more than your finances can handle, visit the experts at Bear Lake Realty to learn how you can make it happen. Gary and Amber McKee at Bear Lake Realty can show you how to buy a home and rent it out, so it pays for itself while you enjoy it some of the time as well. And soon, you'll have your own place in the Caribbean of the Rockies. No one knows the market better, and no one else serves you better than Bear Lake Realty.
Welcome to Richfield High School. It is time for the South Central Communications GigaFast pregame report for this game between the Wayne Badgers and the Rich Rebels. The Coach Jackson-led Badgers come out of Region 20, ranked 7th. Their tournament run saw them lose to Manila in the first game on Wednesday, but they have bounced back to beat Monument Valley and Milford. Led by Hunter Mitchell and Reed Edwards. Mitchell averaged 12 on the season and Edwards with 10. On the other side, Rich has had an exciting tournament run. They lost their opening game to Bryce Valley, but they bounced back to beat Tintic by 3 and Monticello by 2 in 2 exciting games. The starters for the Badgers, Riker Peterson, Reed Edwards, Garrett Robbins, Jake Batty, and Hunter Mitchell. And for the Rebels, yesterday it was Hunter Pace who got injured as he fell to the ground on a three-point attempt. He may see some action today, but not in the starting lineup. It's Trey Walker who takes his place along with Riley Carrillo, Jaden Cornea, Carter Hoffman, and Hayden Weston. Opening tip controlled for the Badgers. The kick out jumper is no good by Mitchell, but rebound brought down by Robbins, and they will set back up top. Of course, Jake Batty yesterday, he was the star for the Badgers as he had a phenomenal game. The kick outside and set back up top are the Badgers. A 2-3 zone to open for Rich. 45 seconds in, and we have only been on this side of the floor. High post, Batty tries to find Mitchell, but Weston takes it away. The other end, attempt no good by Walker, and rebound brought down for the Badgers. So a nearly minute-long possession for the Badgers. The Rebels go quick the other way, unable to convert. Content to swing it around are the Badgers. The matchup inside with Mitchell and Weston should be a good one. Two big, strong bodies that will try to go at each other. The pass is through the hands of Robbins, and the misfire from Peterson is knocked out of bounds off of Cornea for the Rebels, so it will stay with the Badgers. 2 minutes in, and the Rebels have had the ball for a short total of about 10 seconds. The Badgers controlling in the half-court offense, patiently working it around, trying to find something inside, but the Rebels stay in discipline on defense. Mitchell tries to go inside. There is Batty on the attempt, and he is too strong. Cornea stops at the timeline. Weston, the rare three for him, is off the back iron. Nearly 3 minutes in, still scoreless. Of course, these first 3 minutes will have looked a lot different in 1 year with a shot clock. Only 2 possessions so far for each team. Wayne working on their third. Next year there will be a shot clock, so the final game for both teams with no shot clock, as the three is up and good. Reed Edwards gets things started with a Bryce Canyon City three-pointer. Wayne is on the board first. Against the Rich zone, if you can shoot the ball well outside for Wayne, that will throw Rich off their defense and will open up other lanes to get inside. As we see the patented alley-oop play for Rich, Trey Walker converts on the pass from Hoffman, and we have seen that play countless times in this tournament for Rich. Of course, the Walker alley-oop pass that went in just 2 days ago, and then yesterday they ran it twice and got open looks on both of them. Over 4 minutes in, and no whistle until now, as the backcourt violation, unable to handle the pass, is Peterson. And the first break in the action will send us to a timeout. You are watching 1A State Championship Basketball presented by SUU on KSLSports.com. Check them out at SUU.edu, SUU2 everywhere.
Blackburn Propane is a family-owned company. We've been in business for 31 years. Full-service propane company servicing all of central and southern Utah and parts of Nevada and Arizona. We don't just service one, we service all. Bryce Canyon Half Marathon, 13.1 miles of fun. The race starts at Bryce Canyon City, runs through Bryce Canyon National Park, and finishes in Cannonville. Early registration is open now. Race runs the second Saturday in July.
You're watching a Bryce Canyon Half Marathon presentation of championship basketball on 1aball.com. The backcourt violation on Wayne. Actually, the second whistle, there was an out of bounds on a missed shot before, so now Rich takes over, just 2-3, more than halfway through the first quarter. Cornea finds Carrillo on the pump fake, but he'll pull it back out with Walker. Great spin move inside, off the glass, too strong. Badgers control. Wayne yesterday beat Milford 34-26, so not a whole lot of points in that game. Off to a similar start, low scoring as Cornea gets the deflection and steal up to Hoffman. Hoffman fades away on the layup attempt. Too strong. And the other way, quickly come the Badgers. It's Edwards who kicks back out for Peterson. It looked like Hoffman may have been able to go strong to the basket, but the defender shied him away as it's Batty who decides he wants to knock down the free throw line jumper. Again, you have to wonder what the loss of Hunter Pace and his ankle injury does for this Rich offense, as only 2 points more than 5 minutes into the game. Cornea with a great pass to Carrillo. Carrillo goes strong at Mitchell, but Mitchell denies him, and Carrillo stepped on the boundary on his save attempt. Pace is one of those guys that draws a lot of attention, a great three-point shooter, and when Pace is on the floor, because there's so much attention from the defense, it opens up other guys for looks. No Pace in this game. They were able to manage without him for a lot of the game yesterday. We'll see if they can get the offense up and moving in this game, as it's been Wayne who has shut them down defensively. Tripping foul on Walker. Garrett Robbins hits the ground, and the first sub into the game is Carson Muirbrook, who gives Weston a breather. Nathan Woods also checking in. Trey Walker to the bench. Quick inbounds and in and out, but it drops down off the glass. Riker Peterson touches every part of the hoop, and the Bryce Canyon City three-pointer is good. The pass is picked off by Batty. Good anticipation on the pick and roll as Cornea tried to find Carrillo. I apologize if there's a little bit of muffling as Cornea attempts the three. A little bit of a problem with the microphone. Apologize if that came through, but an 8-2 game for Wayne as they have controlled the ball for most of this first quarter. Inside, and that is Garrett Robbins who floats it in for two. Strong start for Wayne. They are up 8 early. 4 different players have scored for the Badgers. Edwards picks off the pass, but unable to stay in bounds, so the ball will stay with the Rebels. But we've seen Rich struggle to get a lot of movement. Wayne doing a great job of getting in the passing lanes. Only 2 points in the first period for the Rebels. With Pace out of the game, it is a lot of Cornea and Carrillo that will have to do the damage. A kickball called, but so far the Badgers doing a great job of shutting down a few Cornea and Carrillo pick and rolls. Ten seconds to play. Rich will hold for the final shot. Cornea kicks into the corner. Hoffman blocked from behind on the baseline. Robbins sneaks in from the backside and will send the Badgers to the first quarter break with momentum and an 8-point lead This presentation of 1A Championship Basketball is brought to you by Blackburn Propane on 1aball.com and KTTA 8.1.
Bryce Canyon City is your destination for adventure. Cruise the miles of scenic trails on e-bikes, ATVs, horses, mountain bikes, or on foot. Let us take your breath away with a stunning array of winter activities, the rodeo, shopping for memorable souvenirs, world-class stargazing, and of course, the majestic Bryce Canyon National Park. Make Bryce Canyon City your next stop for an unforgettable adventure. All the amenities the city can provide. Visit bryceCanyonCityUT.gov.
I'm a mom raising 4 kids, so I know what you're dealing with. Distractions during homework time, faces buried in devices at dinner, not to mention the tug of war to pry devices away from my kids when it's time to go to bed. So I looked everywhere to find a system that could help me with everything I need. A system I can trust. And I found it. It's called CentraGuard by Centracom. You can get started with taking back the internet by visiting Centracom.com right now. CentraGuard. Better family internet.
Back to Richfield High School for this Utah Independent Bank presentation of 1A Championship Basketball on Local 10.tv and KTTA 8.1. The second quarter sees Noah Perry check into the game for Rich, as well as Quade Snedeker and Jake Peterson for the Badgers, and a great find inside to Carrillo. Gets Rich started off on the right note in the second quarter. We'll see if that can turn the tide. Again, no Hunter Pace for Rich so far in this game. He is dealing with an ankle injury. Still not ruled out to make an appearance today, but through 8 minutes, no Pace, so we may not see him in this game. Walker gets a hand on the batty pass, and it rolls out of bounds. Peterson trying to find a place to go and find Edwards. Edwards tripped up by Perry. He falls hard to the ground. The second team foul on Rich. Only 2 fouls in this game so far. It's been pretty clean. Wayne still has not picked up a personal foul yet. The trap comes on Peterson. He turns back around. Edwards will set it back up top. We're starting to see a little bit more pressure from Rich, trying to create some turnovers. High post. The mid-range jumper is good. That is Jake Peterson who gets in on the action. He just checked in at the second quarter break, and an early 2 points for him as Woods drives baseline. Great pump fake move as Peterson goes flying by, but it rolls off the front rim. Kickball. 2 Petersons in the game for Wayne right now, Riker and Jake. Cornea will come back in and give Hoffman a breather. Inside to the post is Batty, but his foot was on the baseline as he turned to make a pass to the corner. Ref catches it and gives the ball back to the Rebels. Carrillo, he'll take it inside at Batty, and his is too strong. The ref says Walker tripped Peterson as he was going down. Walker didn't think so. But Peterson hits the ground hard. Hard to think there was no contact. I will send Walker to the bench with his second foul. Batty and Edwards also to the bench on the Badgers side. Drake Weston, who just checked in, applies the pressure. And Mitchell with a smooth turnaround jumper. Not a problem for him. It's blown into a 10-point lead. Still just 4 points for the Rebels. The question becomes, who will it be that steps up for Rich? With no Hunter Pace, we know there's other players capable. As the foul called, Carrillo, he leads the team in scoring with 13. He sits at 2 points in this one. Inside they go to Carrillo, but Mitchell reaches around for the tap away. This time Carrillo will settle for the three, and that is short. A lot of times it's the outside presence of Pace that creates good looks for Carrillo, as the defense isn't able to sag in to pressure Carrillo as much. But we've seen Wayne be able to smother Carrillo every time he's touched the ball today. Unable to get much going inside. Mitchell finds Jake, who makes the move, misses but finds his rebound and will kick it back out. Badgers set back up top. Strip from behind. It was Perry who poked it away and Woods who came up with it. That led to the second team foul, first on Garrett Robbins. Weston will let Carrillo take a breath. Cornea, great look inside, but Mitchell denies Perry at the rim. Get that out of here, says Mitchell, and it sticks with the Rebels.
Hi, I'm Dustin Shakespeare, the Central Region Path.
A great look inside, but every time Rich thinks they've had an easy basket, a Badger has been there to shut them down. Oftentimes it's been Mitchell, as he provides great rim protection on the backside for the Badgers. Peterson pokes it away from Woods, and he's able to come up with it. Peterson hits the floor, and the ball kicked up and landed on him while he was laying out of bounds. Some contact, no foul call. As Nathan Woods, who just helped get the ball back for Rich, goes to the bench, and Hoffman checks in. Reed Edwards comes in to give Riker Peterson a break. The pressure from Wayne making it difficult for the Rebels to get set up in any offense, but Weston takes care of that problem by knocking down the Bryce Canyon City three-pointer. Good to see that one go through the hoop, and even with the slow start for the Rebels, they see themselves only down by 7 because they've kept themselves in the game on the defensive end. Mitchell skips across. Edwards, he's hit 1 3, but that one's no good. And an over and back call against the Badgers. You feel a little bit of momentum picking up for Rich. They hit the 3, they get a stop. The ball back looking to trim into their deficit. Up top goes Perry. He'll settle back up with Cornea. A bump called against Edwards. Still only 3 team fouls apiece for both Rich and Wayne. It is Riker Peterson and Jake Batty who come into the game for Jake Peterson and Quade Snediger. And Carrillo enters back in for Noah Perry of the Rebels. Back-to-back foul calls go against the Badgers. This time Garrett Robbins, he picks up his second foul. No player in this first half has made more than one field goal attempt. Carrillo, he looks to change that, and he does. That's his second basket of the second quarter, and all of a sudden the Rich faithful start to get a little more into this one. Defensive pressure picked up. Entry pass into Batty, and he turns around. Great patience. Pivot foot, sees an open basket and puts it in to bring back some momentum for Wayne. Two quick fouls for Robbins results in his third of the game. So Robbins will head to the bench. It's Jake Peterson who checks back in. Just in the last minute or two, you felt the energy pick up in the gym from both sides. It was a little bit quiet in here, but Richfield High School starting to pick up with some noise, and a timeout taken by Wayne will send us to a break.
Fab Rats is an entertaining YouTube channel based in beautiful southern Utah. Paul, Michelle, and the crew showcase major and minor fabrication builds, off-road adventures, family fun, and much more. Check them out on YouTube and subscribe today.
Just like we meant it now. All right.
Welcome back to this Utah High School Sportscast production of 1A State Championship Basketball on 1aball.com. Backdoor cut is stolen away by Edwards. He'll go the other way for the Badgers. Good wraparound pass. Mitchell goes up for the and one through the contact. It was Peterson on the dish off. And Mitchell goes to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for a chance at a three-point play. Mitchell with the first free throw of the game. He's up to 5 points. Weston, he's already hit one. He'll pull the trigger again. No good, but chased down by Cornea. Weston to Carrillo. Carrillo unable to connect, and Mitchell pulls down the rebound. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. The three is up and good by Edwards. He knocks it down. That's his second Bryce Canyon City three-pointer of the game. Jake Peterson cut along the backside and was wide open under the hoop, but Edwards, he knows 3 points is better than two and extends the lead to 13 with 33 seconds in the first half. And Trey Walker, known for his end of first half heroics, checks into the game. Lex Cornea, we'll see if they draw up an alley-oop play to end the first half. Hoffman in the corner. Walker looks to drive. He finds his right hand, but Mitchell denies him, and it's Batty who comes away with it. We've seen Mitchell step over for a help side block countless times in the first half as Jake Peterson, he shimmies his way to the basket for 2. He's up to 4 points off the bench in this second quarter. Cornea's 3 off the mark, and the Badgers end the quarter on a 10-0 run to see a 15-point lead into the break. The teams will talk it over, and we will be back for the Southern Utah University halftime report after this.
Mom, we're going to Sam's.
Somebody shut the door! Ugh.
Gifts from Grady Foundation is hosting the Celebrate Life Outdoor Retreat April 29th and 30th. There will be several outdoor activities offered in the area: ATV riding, mountain biking, rappelling, disc golf tournament, and hiking. Come and celebrate life. Love cheese? We do too. Come join our team with a generous benefit package and starting wages over $18 an hour. Are you ready to be an employee owner? Great Lakes Cheese in Fillmore is ready for you. Grow with the largest natural cheese packer in the Inline Outdoors is a family-owned clothing company located in Wendover, Utah. We support the Wildcat basketball teams. Good luck at state. Go Cats!
Jones and DeMille is much more than civil engineering.
We're shaping the landscape in the rural Intermountain West.
Shaping new opportunities for work and play.
And shaping the communities that we're proud to be a part of.
We're Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Legacy Ace Hardware and Sporting Goods, 159 North Main in Panguitch. Come in and visit us for all your hardware and sporting good needs. Legacy Ace Hardware, proudly supporting Utah High School athletics. David, Cherry, Jennifer, and the team at the Mount Carmel Subway want to thank you for your business. We are currently looking for a closing assistant manager to join our team. Starting wage is $13 an hour plus tips, with tips averaging around $2.25 an hour. Swing down to the Subway and pick up an application from Jen, or you can always call or email David Tebbs directly. Wishing the Valley Buffaloes success. Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need.
Welcome back to Richfield High School. It's time for the Southern Utah University halftime report. It was a game of runs in this one. Wayne got out to a 14-4 lead before Rich answered with a 5-0 run, but a 10-0 run to close out the first half sees Wayne up 15 at the break. The absence of Hunter Pace has played a factor into the Rich offense as they're only able to come away with 9 points in the first half, 4 of those from Riley Carrillo. It's been balanced for Wayne. They've had 6 different players score in this one, led by Hunter Mitchell with his 5. Jake Peterson had 2 baskets himself, and 4 others chipped in 1 basket. So a 15-point lead at the break for Wayne. We'll be back for second half action. This has been the Southern Utah University Halftime Report, brought to you by SUU. Check them out at www.suu.edu. SUU to everywhere.
No matter where life leads you as a Valley Buffalo, always remember that all roads lead home to the town of Orderville. Wishing the Buffaloes success in the tournaments.
Our Richfield Hotel, located just off Interstate 70, is a short drive from attractions like the Big Rock Candy Mountain, Fremont Indian State Park, Fish Lake National Forest, the Great Western Trail, and the Paiute ATV Trail. Located near the Sevier Valley Center, make the Quality Inn Richfield your home for the tournaments. Don't stress trying to video the games yourself. Relax and enjoy the game. Get your copy of these games on high-definition Blu-ray from RK Sire Video Services. First game only $15, then $10 for each additional game.
We encounter real life every day. Your daughter got into the school of her choice, but there's no scholarship. A home equity line of credit from State Bank of Southern Utah might be just for you. Don't let her miss out on her dream school. Contact a loan officer today. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Fiber Gig Internet. Reliability, fast download, and upload speeds. Connect all of your devices all of the time. Fast, reliable, plus industry-leading Wi-Fi equals the best internet experience. Upgrade to Gig Internet for as little as $7 per month. Fiber Gig Internet from South Central Communications.
Hi, my name is Parker Walbeck. I've spent the last 3 years traveling to over 15 different countries, capturing adrenaline-boosting moments, living my dream as a filmmaker. And it all started with the opportunities I was given at Southern Utah University. Within months of transferring to SUU, I was given access to film school events, travel with sports teams, and lead in campus groups, which all combined to give me the experience and confidence that I needed to launch my career as a filmmaker. I'm proof that SUU can take you everywhere.
Welcome back for the second half of this Bear Lake Realty presentation of 1A Championship Basketball on Local 10.TV and KTTA 8.1. I am Tyler Gibb. Bryce Noakes is producing this game, and Ashley Coombs on the camera. It's Peterson who drives to the basket hard and gets fouled to start the second half. Riker had a 3 in the first half of action, and that was it. So he'll head to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line looking for his 4th point of the game. No problem for Riker on the first free throw. Two for two at the charity stripe. 17-point lead in the first 15 seconds of the second half. Carrillo looks to make a move. He takes a hit, no foul call, and his basket rims out. He made a good pump fake move and saw Batty and Mitchell come over on the contact, but no whistle, and the ball rolls out. So the Badgers look to build on their what is already 17-point lead. It's Batty who does so with the elbow jumper. If you're Rich, you have to find a way to be the team that makes the next run in this game. It is slowly slipping away as the lead has built to 19, and with no Hunter Pace, one of your quick microwave scorers is on the bench with an ankle injury. Walker, a good move, but he shorts the layup. Scoreless through the first 90 seconds are the Rebels. Riker, the baseline drive. Ref sees his pivot foot move a little too much and gets him for the travel. Cornea nearly lifts his pivot foot, able to get the pass off, and it's batted out of bounds off Jake Peterson. Cornea will take it hard and looks to bounce it to Weston, who's not ready for it. So it goes out of bounds. And scrambling for some sort of spark, Lex Cornea sends Justin Adams into the game. Hayden Weston will take a breather. Adams in for his first action today. Rich has gone man-to-man in the second half, and with a little bit of space, Jake Peterson misses the jumper. Walker quickly the other way. Tries to find Cornea on the cut. Walker comes around and gets a bump from Mitchell. He'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Walker scored the first 2 points of the game for the Rebels, the only 2 points of the first quarter. Off the back iron is Walker's first Legacy Ace Hardware free throw. Jake Peterson, who started the second half in place of a foul-troubled Garrett Robbins, goes to the bench, and Robbins checks in. He has 3 fouls. Unable to chip into the lead is Walker, going 0 for 2 from the free throw line. And back into a 2-3 zone go the Rebels. Ball swung around. It's Edwards who makes a quick first step. He gets the bump from behind, and that's good. Edwards with a strong attack move, and he looks to get the old-fashioned three-point play at the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line, up to a 21-point lead as Nathan Woods checks in, with Trey Walker picking up his 3rd personal foul. Edwards converts. Hoffman attacks baseline, and as he throws to the corner, Carrillo leaves, so Batty gets this takeaway. Back go the other way. The Rebels get the steal. It's Cornea on the break, and with Batty's disruption misses, but Carrillo cleans it up only to see his layup rattle in and out. Tough break for the Rebels. They get a great opportunity on the fast break and see 2 layups miss, and it's back the other way with the Badgers. 22 points and counting is their lead as Garrett Robbins makes his 2nd basket of the game. Carrillo fires from deep. No good. Batted out of bounds off the Rebels. Out of the game goes Mitchell and Edwards for the Badgers, and out comes Woods for the Rebels. Stevens sees his first action for Rich, checking into the game. It's Riker who swings it back up top. And Batty, who has been living at that elbow junction all day, misses, and a loose ball foul call goes against the Badgers. Wayne has done a good job against Rich's 2-3 zone of feeding the high post. And from there, Batty, who is a great playmaker, has been able to distribute to his teammates. You see a well-rounded scoring game with a lot of different Badgers involved in the action. The post-up attempt is incomplete as Lex Cornea tries to teach Hoffman and tell him, hey, just take your time, get a passing angle, use a pump fake. But the Badgers get possession back, and it has been a tough time for Rich trying to find the basket. Coach Jackson decides to take a timeout for Wayne. We will take a break as well. You're watching Championship Basketball presented by Great Lakes Cheese on 1aball.com and KSLSports.com.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
Thunderbird Resort, Golf, and Restaurant at the junction of Highways 9 and 89 in the middle of Bryce and Zion National Parks. Stay and relax with us on the golf course and finish the day with a slice of fresh, hot, homemade pie.
Welcome back to this Bryce Canyon City presentation of championship basketball on Local10.tv and on 1aball.com. Building on a current 19-0 run is Wayne. A jump ball favors the Rebels. It was 14-9 about midway through the second quarter, and it felt like Rich was starting to get a little bit of momentum, but a quick basket the other way for the Badgers has seen what has now been a scoring drought of about 10 minutes for Rich and a 19-0 run. It is Noah Perry who will have the chance to end this scoring drought for Rich at the Legacy A's Hardware free throw line. He does just that, knocking down the first free throw. Mitchell checks in for Batty, and Edwards checks in for Riker Peterson. Perry converts on both free throws. The first made free throws of the game for Rich. And they go back into a man-to-man, putting a little bit of token pressure. But that doesn't matter for Garrett Robbins, who slithers his way to the hoop for the lay-in. Doesn't even need to use the glass. He'll just take it straight to the basket and swishes through the baseline floater. Cornea on the other end over the tall Mitchell. Throws it up short. Great pass inside. Mitchell takes it up strong. That's too easy. Once Mitchell gets a catch low in the post like that, he'll take that up and finish 9 times out of 10. Hoffman takes it strong the other way. The first field goal attempt in nearly 10 minutes. Baseline drive. Jake Peterson, who takes the contact from Meerbrook. First free throw good for Jake Edwards. This will be the final game of the tournament at Richfield High School. The rest of the action will happen at the Sevier Valley Center. This is the championship of the consolation bracket for the 1A boys side. It was Valley who won earlier this morning in this same gym, the 1A consolation bracket. For the girls, Perry knocked down 2 free throws, can't knock down the 3. Of course, Paiute and Panguitch will play in the championship tonight. Cornea on the steal. It's Edwards who chases down, trying to get the block, but got too much body on his way up. Both Wayne and Rich lost in their first games on Wednesday to the semifinalist teams. It was Rich who lost to Bryce Valley, and they were taken out by Panguitch last night. Wayne lost to Manila, and it was Paiute who took care of business against Manila last night to set up the matchup between the 1 and 2 Paiute and Panguitch in the championship this evening. Under 10 seconds in the third quarter. Robbins dribbles up top. A beautiful double screen sets up the Edwards three, but that is no good and sends us to the fourth quarter. You're watching 1A State Championship Basketball presented by Ruby's Inn on KSLSports.com.
What many are calling the best country music dinner show anywhere. Nightly at Bryce Canyon's Ebenezer's Barn and Grill. Live music with some of Nashville's best musicians and singers.
I got a feeling called the blues out in the West Texas town of El Paso.
A show that walks you through the history of country music and the history of Bryce Canyon.
Hell of a place to lose a cat.
The show runs every night. That's right, every night from April to October. Get your tickets now at Ebenezer'sBarnandGrill.com.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter of state championship basketball presented by Legacy Ace Hardware in Panguitch on KTTA 8.1 and 1aball.com. It has been the smothering defense of the Badgers that has built them a 25-point lead heading into the final frame. Pass goes out of bounds. Ball back to Rich. In Rich's 2 wins this week, it's not like they blew the doors off the hoop. They put up 41 points as the 3 is off by Justin Adams. 41 points in their win over Tintic, and then yesterday they scored 33 points. So not like it was an offensive outpouring that got them their win, but struggling to get anything going so far today has put them in a 25-point deficit as Jake Peterson misses on his second chance attempt. Woods sets up top. Oh, great find inside to the cutting Carrillo, who got a back screen from Adams. And that's a well-drawn-up play, really one of the only few that we've seen from Rich where they've got in a half-court situation and executed like that. It's Carrillo's third basket of the day to give him 6 points. Snedeker moves a little too fast on the pump fake and drags his foot. Looking at Rich, this is the final game for Nathan Woods, Riley Carrillo, Justin Adams, and Hayden Weston. So they do have 4 seniors that will be suiting up for the Rebels the final time today. And Weston, one of them, knocks down his second 3. Weston not shy to fire from behind the Bryce Canyon City 3-point line today. Wayne, on the other hand, they're a young team. Timeout taken by Wayne. So we'll take a timeout as well and be back for the remainder of this game. This is State Championship Basketball presented by State Bank of Southern Utah on 1aball.com and local10.tv.
Do you want to be part of the action? Utah 1A Basketball is Utah's best show.
Order your shirts today at 1aball.com. The Alton Coal Development is located in Alton, Utah. The development employs 32 people at the extraction site and another 30 are employed driving trucks. Alton Coal reclaims the land by restoring habitat for sage grouse and cattle. Alton Coal.
You're watching 1A State Championship Basketball presented by Quality Inn Richfield on 1aball.com. Make the Quality Inn Richfield your home away from home. And this week we have made Richfield our home away from home for an exciting state tournament. I have not stayed at the Quality Inn Richfield. I have been at an Airbnb for the last few days, but the Quality Inn Richfield is sure to provide a great trip if you are ever looking to make the trip to Richfield. As Wayne is building on a 20-point lead. Weston, who just hit a three a moment ago, stands above the three-point line. And this time, the poke away by Riker Peterson. And if you look at this Wayne team, they have a lot of young guys that are returning. Riker, he's only a sophomore. Edwards, who has the ball, he's just a junior. Jake Peterson, he's a sophomore, has a beautiful find on the low block. Hunter Mitchell takes the bump. It was Batty who made the entry pass. You look at Batty, he's just a sophomore. Mitchell a junior, so they return their main key contributors. Garrett Robbins, he's a junior. They really don't lose anybody from this team. So Wayne will come back and look to be even better next year than they are this year as Mitchell knocks down the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw. Two for two is Mitchell. Woods, he wants to take the three, no good. Batty skies high for the board. Wayne content to play it slow. Three is up for Edwards, no good. But it's Robbins who sneaks in the backside. Ball falls to him, no Rebels around, so he'll get the bucket. Rich is coming off two high energy, high emotion games, and then they play the early 11:30 game today. So you have to wonder if a little bit of fatigue, no Hunter pace, like we've said, has to play a factor. Carrillo checks out of the game for the final time. So does Woods, Adams, and Weston, as well as Stevens. So great careers for those five Rebels. And a great tribute by Coach Cornea to call the timeout, sub them in, and let them get the standing ovation from the Rebel faithful. It's been a great tournament. One of the funnest, most exciting games was Thursday night when Rich played Tintic. A thrilling finish all the way down to the end. Tintic missed a three at the buzzer to try to send it to overtime. They provided some great excitement, and so has Wayne, as Wayne has been the ones to take care of business today. The Batty to Mitchell connection, which has been so good today, all throughout this tournament and the season, results in a turnover on that possession. Edwards gambles for the steal, and he knocks it out of bounds. I'm a little disappointed. The Rich High School, they normally have a live band here, and they seem to have taken off for the final 4 minutes. So we don't get to listen to them if there's any more timeouts. That's normally one of my favorite parts about calling the Rich games, is we get the live band. But they are nowhere in sight. I didn't even notice them clear out across the track from us. Out of the game goes Mitchell and Robbins to some cheers. And Walker knocks down the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw. Peterson somehow able to stay in bounds. And a great find from Edwards down low. It's Jake Peterson this time. He puts it in for two. And the eyes of Edwards is what made that happen. Beautiful pass as he saw Jake across the other side under the basket. Cornea with a strong move inside. He'll go to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for two. Cornea, no good. A rare scoreless game for Cornea. He's nearly one of the playmakers and distributors. Normally doesn't score a whole lot of points, but he is involved in a lot of the action for the Rebels, and he finds the scorebook for his first point on the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw. Hoffman gives Edwards a bump. No foul call, but out of bounds off Hoffman. As Drake Weston checks in for Trey Walker. And that might do it for Walker's tournament run. Three no good. Batty there on the putback. And Walker, of course, the play of the tournament that will go down as Perry's three is no good. Hoffman fights for the rebound, but on this very same side of the floor, Walker with a play that brought so much excitement to the tournament on his three just before the half against Tintic. One more timeout with 2 minutes to go. You're watching a Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games presentation of 1A State Championship Basketball. Register today at utahsummergames.org.
If the idea of owning your own home in beautiful Bear Lake sounds like more than your finances can handle, visit the experts at Bear Lake Realty to learn how you can make it happen. Gary and Amber McKee at Bear Lake Realty can show you how to buy a home and rent it out, so it pays for itself while you enjoy it some of the time as well. And soon, you'll have your own place in the Caribbean of the Rockies. No one knows the market better, and no one else serves you better than Bear Lake Realty.
Blackburn Propane is a family-owned company. We've been in business for 31 years. Full-service propane company servicing all of central and southern Utah and parts of Nevada and Arizona. We don't just service one, we service all.
You're watching a Garcane Energy presentation of 1A State Championship Basketball on Local 10.tv. Garcane Energy, a Touchstone Energy cooperative. And during that last timeout, we saw Lex Cornea as animated as he's been all day and probably all tournament, as he was upset with the way the Rebels are closing out this game. They're down by 25, but he was not seeing the energy and effort that he wants to see. And it's moments like that that help build the culture of your team. Although you're out of this game and it's the final game of the year, you need to send the message that the Rebels need to play hard all the time, not just in close games as we've seen this tournament. So Cornea takes the time to rip into his team for just a moment, and we'll see how they respond in the final 2 minutes. It is a 1-and-1 situation for Carson Meerbrook. And Cornea, he subbed out all of the seniors with about 4 minutes to go. So all the players that were on the floor that he was talking to during the huddle are all coming back next year. And you want to send a message to your team. They've got an offseason looking ahead, so they need to hit the offseason hard and put in the work. And by sending the message in the final 2 minutes of this season, hopefully that can lead into a strong offseason and continue to build what is already a great culture at Rich High. As Cornea takes to the baseline, and a nifty move for Cornea results in 2 points. Another steal, and already you see the energy picked up by the Rebels. They answer the call from Cornea as Hoffman spins his way for the bucket. And this time it is Coach Jackson who takes the timeout. So a 25-point game, and we have 2 timeouts in the final 2 minutes as both coaches want to send a message to their team. This presentation of state championship basketball is brought to you by South Central Communications on 1aball.com.
Bryce Canyon Half Marathon, 13.1 miles of fun. The race starts at Bryce Canyon City, runs through Bryce Canyon National Park, and finishes in Cannonville. Early registration is open now. Race runs the second Saturday in July.
Bryce Canyon City is your destination for adventure. Cruise the miles of scenic trails on e-bikes, ATVs, horses, mountain bikes, or on foot. Let us take your breath away with a stunning array of winter activities, the rodeo, shopping for memorable souvenirs, world-class stargazing, and of course, the majestic Bryce Canyon National Park. Make Bryce Canyon City your next stop for an unforgettable adventure. All the amenities the city can provide. Visit BryceCanyonCityUT.gov.
A minute 13 remaining in this Jones and Emil Engineering presentation of 1A Championship Basketball on Local10.tv and 1aball.com. Check them out at jonesandemil.com. This time out, we still saw a pretty animated Cornea trying to let his team know, hey, find the open guy. If you're open, shoot it. Keep hustling. As this time it is Wayne who misses. That is Ammon Peterson who checked into the game. So some fresh subs for Wayne. Also Noah Mosman. Snediger, who we saw previously in the game, is also in. Carson Lee as well. Number 34 for Wayne also checks in. I apologize, I do not have him on any of the rosters that we've received. As the final minute ticks down, it's Snediger who will be called for the foul. Riker Hoffman, who's new into the game, will go to the free throw line. First free throw, no good. Second one is good for Riker. Also into the game, Logan Clough and Max Perry for the Rebels. Under a half minute remaining in a 20-point game. Still applying the pressure is Rich. And to the basket Strong take for number 34. Braden Lee at the free throw line. His second legacy Ace Hardware free throw line rims out. But good to see Lee take it hard to the basket. The steal taken away. It's Ammon Peterson. But Drake Weston hustles back to get the block. And just 2.2 seconds remain. But it's been great to see both teams respond out of timeouts from their coaches in the final few minutes. You see the impact that makes and in helping to build a winning culture from both sides. As Ammon has his final shot block attempted by Riker Hoffman. That will do it for Wayne and Rich. 27-47 is final in favor of the Badgers. They just completed their tournament run by winning the 1A consolation boys bracket. Don't go anywhere. We will come back for the Rubies in postgame report. You are watching 1A State Championship Basketball presented by SUU on KSLSports.com. Check them out at SUU.edu. SUU2 everywhere.
I'm a mom raising 4 kids, so I know what you're dealing with. Distractions during homework time, faces buried in devices at dinner, not to mention the tug of war to pry devices away from my kids when it's time to go to bed. So I looked everywhere to find a system that could help me with everything I need. A system I can trust. And I found it. It's called CentraGuard by Centracom. You can get started with taking back the internet by visiting Centracom.com right now. CentraGuard. Better family internet.
Hi, I'm Dustin Shakespeare, the Central Region Pathways Coordinator. Do you know what pathways are offered at your high school that connect with Snow College? Students enrolled in career technical education courses can develop valuable real-world technical skills and a strong academic foundation. Over 630 students completed CTE Pathways last year in the Central Utah region. Our 35 pathways empower students to explore career options, pursue what they are passionate about, and earn valuable industry certifications. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors today.
Rats is an entertaining YouTube channel based in beautiful southern Utah. Paul, Michelle, and the crew showcase major and minor fabrication builds, off-road adventures, family fun, and much more. Check them out on YouTube and subscribe today.
Just like we mend it now. All right.
Welcome back to the Rubies in post-game report as 1A State Championship basketball gets wrapped up at Richfield High School. It is the Wayne Badgers who beat the Rich Rebels 49-29 on this Saturday morning game. Pretty balanced overall from Wayne as they got contributions from all over the lineup. It was Reed Edwards and Hunter Mitchell who led the way with 9 points apiece, and Garrett Robbins and Jake Batty right behind them with 8. Jake Peterson had 7 points of his own. And Wayne really did it on the defensive end of the floor. They got out to a 14-4 lead, and it was only close for a moment at 14-9 before a 19-0 run for Wayne saw their lead blossom in what turned into a 20-point victory. The senior Riley Carrillo, he had 6 points for the Rebels. Other seniors, Hayden Weston, he hit 2 threes. Nathan Woods, Justin Adams, they checked out of the game for the final time with the Rebels as well. That will do it for the Ruby's Inn post-game report. Stick around for the Visit BryceCanyonCity.com player of the game after this break.
Love cheese? We do too. Come join our team with a generous benefit package and starting wages over $18 an hour. Are you ready to be an employee owner? Great Lakes Cheese in Fillmore is ready for you. Grow with the largest natural cheese packer in the nation. Full-time positions available for every shift. Apply online at GreatLakesCheese.com. Again, that's GreatLakesCheese.com. Wishing all athletes good luck in the tournaments and eat more cheese. Inline Outdoors is a family-owned clothing company located in Wendover, Utah. We support the Wildcat basketball teams. Good luck at state. Go Cats!
Welcome back. It is time for the Visit BryceCanyonCity.com player of the game. Tough choice as everybody from Wayne played fantastic. But Reed Edwards gets the nod. He got things started with the first three of the game for Wayne, and he finished with 9 points. He hit 2 Bryce Canyon City threes and helped lead the charge from the outside for the Badgers. Other great performances from Mitchell, Riker Peterson, Jake Batty, Jake Peterson. But it's ultimately Reed Edwards that gets the Visit BryceCanyonCity.com player of the game. Thank you for sticking with us. The rest of the 1A State Championship action will happen at the Sevier Valley Center. That is it from Richfield High School. Tyler Gibb, Bryson Oaks producing, and Ashton Coombs on the camera. Thank you for hanging with us.